I'd like to call this meeting of the Tyler County Board of Education to order. This is a continuation from the special meeting that we started at 6:30.
All right, so roll call. Please note that all board members are present, along with myself, Superintendent Hiley. Under C, the approval of the July 20th minutes of 2026 regular meeting has been approved by the State Department. Nothing under presentations, nothing under delegations. For the 26-27 school year, under communications, Tyler County Schools will allow LifeWise Academy to provide services to our students who are to apply. So that is a service that's a Christian-based service that allows kids Christian-based counseling. They will come in and take the kids out of school, probably during lunch break. We're still working out all those details, right? And allow them to provide that service to our students. So we're excited to get that started with Tammy. So under superintendent's report, just real quick, tomorrow, if you're not doing anything, the FFA has its final luncheon at the new building there. They've had those throughout the summer. It's been a good way, kind of expanding our FFA program to kind of like that market front, farmers market kind of theme. But they do sell a good meal and they sell some products there at the same time. They'll be serving meals tomorrow at lunchtime. And if you're free, go out and get them. It's very good. And then also Saturday, I had the privilege of attending the sale at the fair, the animal sale at the fair. Our kids work really hard at that stuff. I mean, they really do. That's really their life, their year. And I think it was a very good sale. Kids did a great job. It's just amazing to me that a 80-pound girl can make a 1,200-pound steer do whatever she wants with it. That's pretty amazing to me. But they do it, and kudos to them for doing so. Under project updates, I will tell you that we are pretty much to grade up there. So if you are out back, you can pretty much see where the school pad is pretty much ready to start pouring concrete footers and things like that. Next step is retaining walls. That will start very soon. We got some of those big slabs of rock in. They're sitting out back if you want to see those. Like I said, foundation work is going to start very soon. The rain that we've had previously, they've got everything compacted now to where the rain really isn't affecting them. They just scrape the top mud off and go to work. So it's been great there. We'll have another updated meeting here soon. Next week we'll have our next construction meeting, so I'll have more information. And then at the next meeting, I'll try to provide some pictures. I'll get up there on the side-by-side. And if any of you ever want to just take a ride up on the hill, you just let me know, and we'll get you a hard hat, and we'll take the side-by-side up to see what's going on, where's it going on. But we just have to make sure we wear our hard hats and get access, because they don't like for strangers to be up on the work site. So, under curricular update, I have nothing at this time. Any committee reports? No? Okay. Staff reports, we have nothing. Under financial, it was approved through the state, our lease agreement for Tyler County Schools daycare, so we're moving forward with that. We're kind of in the final stages of preparation. So
Did have a committee report.
that's okay. We can come back to it.
Thank you.
Yep. So go back to committee reports. Ms. Byers, you did have one. I'm sorry.
I did.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I attended Mauve Ties committee meeting, and there are two of us who are new on the committee. Ritchie County representative is also new. So they explained everything to us, and we got our first taste of it. It was all about the beginning of the school year and what they plan on doing. I'll have more to report the next time we meet, but I think it'll be interesting. I don't know a whole lot about CTE, and I'm sort of interested to learn what all they do down there. They offered for me to come down anytime, and they will take me on a tour. So I will probably take them up on that very soon. So that's what happened. Mr. Hiley was at a conference and was unable to attend. So I was the representative there that day.
I ended up for the library being at work, so I
Oh, good job.
contacted her, and we were, of course, last week was kind of busy for me, so I'm supposed to catch up with her within this week. So.
Great.
Under project reports, I forgot I had a little thing that came in today. Just an update on Indian Creek because it's going to affect our busing. Ms. Grice has been in constant contact with JB Oil, the State Department or the State Road. So what we got today, and this is coming directly from them, I spoke with JB Oil this morning, and the heavy construction people are being dispatched this week to fix Indian Creek. The staging should take a week, and then another 2 or 3 weeks to complete. I will know more if they're going to shut the whole road down and do it like a 24-hour work cycle, or they're going to do 8 or 16-hour shifts. Obviously, the 24-hour work day would make it go faster, but it would shut the road down completely. So we're kind of back where we were in the spring because it didn't get fixed like it was supposed to be fixed this summer. We were rerouting our buses, and it's going to take some additional time, but we're only hoping that's for 2 or 3 weeks. If they really get it in this timeline, really it'll be just a few days because school doesn't start for a couple weeks. There are some parents concerned about it. I understand that, but it's really out of our hands. We can't get in the road fixing business because we would be fixing lots of roads, and that's not our job as a school system. So we're kind of at the mercy of who is paying for the project and who's fixing the project. So we'll continue to do a good job communicating that with the parents and people up Indian Creek. There's also another process going on out Wick Road. It's still process the bridge out there that I don't know if they're replacing it or what they're doing with the bridge. It does impact 3 of our drivers. Not that much of a time difference, really. They're just going to have to run the routes backwards. So there will be time differences, but the time it takes for them to run the route won't be that different. So, and that should be fixed by September, they say. So I guess that's just par for the course for the road systems around here right now. So we're thankful for what oil and gas does for our county, but we also, these are the things we have to deal with that hinder us also. So review of Policy 1000 series, and I'm going to come up here so you guys, maybe you'll spin around there and see the screen. I told you guys last time that we were working on some chat bots, so you guys could have access to policies and be able to ask it questions and things like that. So this is it. So under one of the tools we use for AI is Magic School, and we're very impressed with Magic School and the things it does. So Magic School is a closed system, which means when you come in here and you search this, like when I say get started, it's giving me, I can write whatever message I want to write and ask it about just our policies. So if someone comes up to you and asks you a question and you say, I don't know, let me look into that. Instead of having to search policies for hours and hours and hours, you can simply put that question in this prompt and it pulls directly from our policies. So what we're going to do is we'll get you all administrative rights to our policy, to this platform in Magic School, and then you'll be able to open it on your new iPads when you get it, or your phone. They have an app also, and we'll make sure we set you all up. And then also we'll make sure that this is available for parents too eventually. So they'll be able to ask policy questions. So I'll just say how much homework is acceptable? So ask that question. Takes a minute to look at our policies. So there you go. So right there It says what policy it is, 2330. That's our new Neola policy for homework. Then it kind of goes through the guidelines for what it's supposed to be. And then at the bottom, it kind of gives you an explanation of the policy. So, you know, some policies are hard to read, but you can see here, it tells you exactly what is acceptable for homework and what they can have, what they can't have. And it's all these answers will be based from our policy. So you could come in here and ask it any question you want. And I've been messing around with it. I think I've asked it about 12 questions. Each time it's came back with the right answer, the appropriate answer. So
If there's more than one policy, that all of them come up?
yeah,
Neat.
it'll give you the verbiage or the excerpts from each of those policies, or it will pull up all those policies. Or if you want to say, you know, what policies do we have on service personnel evaluations? And it'll pull up, because they are in different places where it talks about it, it'll pull all those up. Or for bus drivers, if there's any questions about bus drivers, all those transportation policies will come up. But the beauty of it is, it will then give you an explanation. So it's super nice tool. Mr. Winters took all of our new policies, made them into PDFs. I guess while the baby was sleeping while he was at the house, and made them into PDFs. And then we put them in Magic School and created it. They're called chat bots. A chat bot for each level. So the zeros have a chat bot. The thousands have a chat bot. So what that chat bot is its own personal AI that searches that group of policies. So, and that's the only thing that it searches. So if you ask it a question, if there's not anything in our policies that answer that question, then it won't give you, it'll say, I don't have information that pertains to that. Or you may have to go look at WVDE policy. So if it's not in there, if it says it's not in there, then it's not in our policies.
What's in quotes, is that the entire policy or just an excerpt that pertains to?
That one is the entire policy.
So it just varies from?
Yeah, it varies from answer to answer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it'll help definitely with communication. I think it'll help parents that have questions, and it'll keep us all on the same track, like very transparent, like what's going on and what our policies are. And then once we get our administrative guidelines together, we'll also put those in here as different bots, and you'll be able to search, hey, what's the administrative guidelines around, you could do homework, or you could do administrative guidelines around special education students and their IEPs. We're excited about this. I kind of shared a little bit with the State Department, and they're very interested in seeing it, but we don't want a lot of people to have it because we want it to be ours, right? So, but it is, the people at Magic School are very good to work with, and they love working with us. We have some real rock stars with Magic School right now, so I'm excited to see where this takes us. So if I go, I don't want to go home. So these are kind of this is just kind of look at what AI and that. Rain is kind of like, these are there's different things that you can do for different different sections. There's section for teachers, section for kids, things like that. But that's kind of the overview of Magic School. So instead of going over the 1000s tonight, since we did have an extra long meeting, I wanted to just show you this, and then when we get together at our next meeting, I will we'll take the time to get you guys logged in and make sure you have everything you need so you can search that. So, and then also, if you're in here and you're just looking, you can download all the like if you want to have them on your computer, all of our policies, you can do that in PDF form right here. So like the 9000s, the 8, so they're all right here, so you can look at to see if you wanted them to be printed. And then they're also on our website. So again, I'll go over the 1000s next time, and also make sure that we get you guys logged in to Magic School, and we'll practice a little bit with searching and things like that, so you guys have it. Okay?
Thank you.
Yes. Very good.
All right. Get my under athletic schedules, we have nothing at this time. Trip requests, you can see that's a very large group of trip requests, but as you know, our FFA, or if you haven't been here, our FFA turns in all their trips at the beginning of the year every year. So those are all FFA trips and competitions and everything that they lead the school for. As you all know, our FFA is very active, so we're excited to get those out there. So when it comes closer time to those, they will put the bus request in, and those will be reviewed also. Other requests, as you can see there, those are our contracted services for special education. Those have all been vetted, and bids have been put out and solicited for those services, and those are the bidders that we received. So just so you know that. Under personnel, there are some changes that I want you guys to mark and make sure we have in the minutes. Let's start with L. Please strike Georgia Bland as a substitute custodian. She's decided that she's not going to be able to work as a substitute for us. And then go back to N, and she was also going to be hired as a substitute cook, and she has decided that she's not going to do that either. So please strike her name from both of those sections. And then under O, strike that entire section of the transfer of Brittany Hickman. She's decided that and then we had what we did today, and we went through the State Department with this to make sure we were doing everything correctly, is we made an emergency addendum because we're getting so close to school. What we did was the next person in seniority under Brittany, we have moved into that position. And if you see that under S, so due to the resignation of Brittany Hickman as an aide who was to transfer from her current position to the aide at the Tyler County Schools daycare, the following change was requested for approval, and it was approved today. Going back to the list of applicants to the next senior bidder, that is Cody Hoover. So employ Cody Hoover as an instructional aide at the Tyler County Schools daycare, and that'll be effective August 3rd. And then what it'll be reflected on the 17th agenda. So it'll be on there again on the 17th. But we wanted to make sure, and like I said, we went through the State Department to make sure that was okay to get those things changed. As you can see, the rest of the employments there, we're getting very close to having everything in place, which is, it's always a good feeling to have everything in place and jobs fill when school starts. Mrs. Feldmeyer and the principals and the hiring committees have been working their tails off, trying to get interviews in and working on things like that, get people in place. So kudos to them and her hard work, and our principals and hiring staff, their hard work, and Mrs. Riffle for helping process all those things here at the county office. As you can see, just a quick update, we are in pretty good shape as far as substitute service personnel are right now. We have some drivers that are finishing up training and being hired. We have a group of cooks, a group of aides, a group of custodians. So I feel like this year, knock on wood, we are in better shape than we have been in a couple years as far as substitutes to start the year. And when we have some substitute teachers that are also out there available. We feel good about that. And again, that's Mrs. Feldmeyer and her hard work. She goes at it, and some days I'm like, can I just help you? Can I take this? No. I said, can I just take the service personnel and do it? No, it's my job. I'm doing it. So I'm like, okay, I'll help you if you ever need help. But she's good at it, and she works very hard at it. So I appreciate her every day. Other than that, with all that being said, I'd ask for the payment of the bills, and those bills have been paid and approved by the State Department of Education. The next regular meeting will be held Monday, August 17th, 2026 at 7 p.m. One last note, don't forget tomorrow is our back-to-school fair at Sistersville Elementary School, 4 to 7 p.m. That's August 4th, not August 3rd, like the message I sent out earlier. That was totally my bad. But I did fix it by sending out a new message. Hope to see everybody there, and I would ask this meeting be adjourned.
Okay, the time is 7:54. This meeting is adjourned.